Yesterday, Trump welcomed 59 white South African Afrikaners into the United States. This comes just months after he signed an executive order that halted nearly all refugee admissions. And the reason he cited was national capacity limits. So why make an exception? Because, according to the order, these Afrikaners are victims of government-sponsored race-based discrimination. Supporters say it's about time that someone acknowledge racism against white people. Critics say this is hypocrisy. Trump banned refugees, but now he's making an exception because they're white. And honestly, both sides are half right. Supporters are correct about anti-white racism. It's real, and it's not right. And it's hard to discern how big of an issue it is in South Africa, but it's definitely an issue, as evidenced by this video of Julius Malema, leader of the third biggest party in South Africa, calling for people to kill white farmers.
Shoot to kill, Yamaza. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer.
Now, here's where I think the critics are incorrect. It's not clear that Trump is just favoring white people, because if that were true, why didn't Trump make an exception for the thousands of Ukrainians who were blocked when the refugee system was paused? But there is a better argument that critics can make, which is this. Maybe Trump isn't showing a preference for white people, but he is showing a preference for people who are being persecuted because they're white. And I believe that is a problem. Here's why. We all agree that racial persecution is bad, right? Great. Do we also agree that the persecution of the Uyghur Muslims in China is bad? What about the Tigrayans in Ethiopia? Or the Hazara in Afghanistan? How about the Rohingya in Myanmar? Look, my issue here isn't that we're protecting white South Afrikaners from persecution. It's that we're being selective and protecting some people based on preference and not principle. I understand why many white people feel frustrated that racism against white people gets ignored or even celebrated as some kind of reparation. That sucks. And the solution to discrimination is never more discrimination. You don't solve discrimination by moving the underprivileged to the privileged, because that's just shifting the imbalance from one side of the scale to the other. It just transfers grievances. It does not remove them. We don't solve injustice by flipping the script. We solve it by applying one principle to everyone. Supporters of this decision will argue that Biden allowed millions of people into the country illegally, the majority of them single adults who didn't integrate into society. And by contrast, they say these South Africans will be good for America, hardworking, family-oriented, and easy to integrate.